Hattie girl. Hi everyone, this is Hattie. She's going to be our victim today. I'm going to show, we're going to brush those matted legs out. They are all pretty matted because she's had sutures in her and hasn't been able to be brushed or bathed, but she's a pretty dog. She's a sweet dog. So hopefully she'll behave for us while we show you how to brush her hair, her wild hair. We like that. We're going to put that up in a bow when we're done. Okay, so Miss Hattie girl, her legs are a mess. She's got kind of a softer doodle coat. It's not real hard, but I shave her feet because of her being a poodle. If you have a fluffy footed dog, always start with the foot first, comb your hair up, and you want to always make sure you take your comb in between the toes because they get knots, and that's like if they walk it can hurt them. So anyway, do a quick brush over the leg. Just kind of brush and fluff it up. The bristles are soft on this brush, so it doesn't really hurt them, and it kind of helps if you kind of, as you brush, just kind of, you can take the corner if you hit a little snarl, just kind of fluff, and then take your comb, work little areas at a time, comb it down, kind of make yourself a line. You want to be able to see the skin. Can you see the, how you can see down the skin? And you take the fine, and and then you take a little, was it on at all? I know, Hattie girl, it's okay. She's just been bathed. When we bathed her, she was a matted mess, so we used a lot of conditioner. Alright, so we're going to go up and make another line. Hattie, it's okay. We're just going to take little bits at a time and work her legs. Sometimes you go up. Hattie, it's okay, hon. Alright, so she's got a little knot, so we're going to take our little tool and just take the blades and just kind of work it a little bit. Just pull little bits at a time. Can you see the knot coming out? And then take your comb. This is my dog, and that's why she's not behaving too well, because she knows I'm doing it. Hattie.
Hey, Hattie.
See? Found another knot. That one. Sometimes you can work them with the point of the comb. If you just take the comb this way and just kind of work the knot. See, I'm just kind of picking it. You can pull it apart. You can pick. It's a little deeper. She's got fuzzy hair. It's kind of... See why if you have a dog that's matted really bad, why it's rough on them for the grooming? Just take your dematting tool, keep the hair out. Be careful because these blades here can be sharp. Just kind of work the knot around. It's real important that you can see the skin and get the comb completely through it. See how it's just coming right through? A lot of people will just brush a dog and they'll just go, oh, I brush my dog every day. But then there's huge knots. Like, you can see, she's got a couple big ones in here I'll get to. But just work in sections, go slow. Always start on the same leg, work the same way around, so then that way you don't miss an area. Sometimes I like to comb it up and out like this too. That's another way of checking it. Just comb it in different directions. Alright, and see, there's another knot. Can you see that the comb won't go through? I can pick it some. Sometimes you can take the brush and just kind of keep brushing over the knot a couple different ways. She's got a big knot in here too, so I'm working both. Just kind of, this is a miracle brush, and believe me, this thing does do miracles on these knots. And then check it with your comb. See, you can see the pieces of the knot coming out. Hattie's a good girl. Oh, here's another knot. There. So, I'm going to, see, just pull little bits at a time with your dematting tool. And just kind of pull the hair out. Do little bits more. And you just want to work slowly. It's just like combing your own hair. You know how you have to get the comb all the way down to your scalp. You do all sides. There's usually the back part of the foot behind the is where they get a lot of knots. It's kind of, I can't get her to twist around maybe like this. So I just kind of, and I always use the fine end of the comb. Works better. You can tell for knots. Oh, we got another big one. Sometimes just take the front of the comb like this and just kind of work it. Sometimes you don't even need to use the dematting tool. It kind of works the same way. You're a good girl, Hattie girl. And see all that hair, this is the knots that are coming out. And this technique works for any breed of dog. When we bathed her, we poured a ton of conditioner in her hair. And I forgot my detangler spray, but the bottle of stuff that I had you order, if you get the knot, spray the leg completely with it and then brush it, and it'll dry on its own, but it has silicone in it and it helps the knot slide out. Some people even use cornstarch. But I don't use it because I always comb them out after the bath, and so it makes messy. But if you want to comb them out before the bath, alright, she's got another knot right here, so I'm just going to go at it a little bit with the grooming tool. My tool's different than the one I had y'all order, only because mine's a lot sharper, and I wanted one that was easier for y'all to work with. But alright, so see how I'm combing up, see the knot? Okay, so I'm just going to work it with a brush. Sometimes take the corner of the brush, and you can feel, always take the hair out of the brush too, because it makes the brush work better. But you can feel as you're working it that it does take the knot out. Then take your comb. Sometimes you have to pull just a tiny bit. You can feel a knot down here I missed. Alright, so we got that knot out. You can see her hair now. I can get the comb all the way through it. There's a little snag of hair. Alright. Now, as I'm brushing her hair, I can feel they have a knot back here. And I'm just working it with a comb. Sometimes you just comb and... Alright. But your comb is your most important tool. And always check under their arms. She doesn't have any hair under hers. But a lot of times when I groom dogs like Doodles and stuff, I always take the clippers and shave this little pit area. So if you get home, you notice a bald spot, that's what it is. It's just because the friction of the hair rubbing together will cause knots. Okay, so that's one leg completely brushed out. And then we'll go to the other. This one might be a little bit worse. Hattie girl's being a good girl. You being a good girl. Alright, so I'm going to start just a quick brush. Just to fluff everything up. And the brush will get some snarls. And then I'm going to come and start at the bottom. Just like we did on the other leg. And checking the back. Pulling a little bit more hair down at a time. Yep, we got a little knot here. Just kind of picking it a little bit with a comb. And then hitting it with a brush. Alright, can you see the skin? I'm getting all the way down to the skin. And just pull little bits down at a time. You can try up and out. This is a big one. Okay, so we're going to start at the bottom. I know, Hattie girl. You're a good girl. You're going to do it with a comb. We're doing line brushing. Just always make sure you can get this comb all the way through. We're going to go around and use a little bit of pressure. You're not going to hurt them with a brush. See how I can get the comb all the way through? And I'm pulling up little bits. And I'm just brushing a little bit, and then, we've got a knot right here. So, we are going to pull that up. If you have cornstarch at home, you can use cornstarch. I bathed her and conditioned her quite a bit, so I didn't want to use cornstarch and always brush after the bath. It's Show Sheen. It's like the stuff that I had you order. But just spray a little bit in and work it around the knot. It dries and it makes the coat soft and silky. The stuff is good stuff. But and then just take your brush and brush a couple times like that, and the stuff should take the knot right out. This part I didn't get up. This is a tight knot. So then we're just going to take the dematting tool. It's got little blades. You just kind of work it. You don't want to pull too hard. Hattie's about had it with me. Yep, see, she's got one knot there. I'm just going to take, see, I'm getting back behind the knot and just kind of twisting and pulling up. Sometimes you can just do it if you keep running the brush over them too. Just kind of work the brush, do a side twist with a brush, and then check it with a comb. And then it's all, there's another knot there. I told you she's a mess. She's been running my property and hadn't been brushed. I'm going to spray her. And the spray, what the spray does too, kind of helps from breaking their hair off as much. Use it before the bath if you don't want their hair to curl up, because now since I blew dry her all out, it's going to make the coat curl up. But see, I got the big knot out. I'm going, you can see the skin. There's one little knot here. So I'm going to comb it up this way. Alright. That's why it helps to do multiple directions with the comb. She's got a couple big knots up here. I'm going to work them without the spray because I don't want her coat to curl up too much since we blew dry her out. Just take the hair out. I'm just working. I know, honey. It's alright. We're going to do your do in a minute and pull your hair up. Can you see how it's all coming up? And you know, when you have Shelties or Samoyeds or Huskies, this method works great too because you can use your comb and loosen out all that tough undercoat. You'll do a lot more work with a brush. You know, lift the hair up, pull the hair up, go this way a lot. It's real important just to stay in a uniform order so you make sure you're not missing anywhere and you're getting all the way down with the comb. Alright, another leg. In her hair, and you'll notice when you use the stuff, it's got silicone, so it's real. Okay, now we're going to go to this other leg. I'm going to start and brush it down. Hattie, you can sit your bum down. You can sit. I let dogs sit and stand whenever they want. As you can see, I don't use a noose. I have cages on each side of my table and the wall so they're not trying to jump off while I'm working on them. And I'm a firm believer that let them sit when they want to sit because grooming process takes a long time. When I first started grooming school, they told me, go sit on that table for 45 minutes and don't move. And that's what a lot of groomers expect out of these dogs. But they're babies. They don't understand. Who wants to sit still for 45 minutes to an hour while you're working on them? You just have to work around them. That's the way of the business. I'm just working it and combing. Pulling the hair up as I'm going. We got another knot here. I'm using the dematting tool a lot more than normal, but because she's really matted. A lot of groomers would say, oh, I'm shaving that down. Just kind of keep brushing it with the just got to work one area at a time, and it takes time. That's why, you know, a lot of groomers, we charge for sitting and dematting. I just go the other way just to kind of work it. I know, Hattie girl, it's okay. Now, this is a whopper of a mat up here. I don't know if you can, it's like one piece. So I'm going to work my way up to it. Make sure this is all combed out around it. I know, Hattie girl. Make sure you're combing it and getting it all the way down to the skin. I don't know if everybody can see that knot in there. It's a pretty good size one. I think I'm going to spray some spray in it. And rub it in. Now you can really see the knot. So, I'm going to take, see how I'm getting the dematting tool underneath of it. And take the comb and just kind of work it with your comb. Getting under it now. This is a big mat, that's why it looks like it's pulling so hard, but I'm really not pulling at her. And you see she's happy. Hattie girl. You just gotta keep playing with it.
See if you ain't touching it.
Got one knot down here that I missed. See? All this. Oh, I'm just talking. Come here, girl. Coming all down. Then we're going to... Almost done, Hattie girl. And always check this way. Alright, so now, wait a minute, Hattie girl. Let me see. Now, for this beautiful head, Hattie. Always check behind here. See? So there's knots in there. So you can see the snarls in there. It's a good girl.